Hey teammates. Hey, today I want to take just a couple of minutes and I want to talk to you about the regimental vision. Your vision that we came up with, alright? We've been talking about it in formation, but I just want to talk you through it. And I want to tell you that you're going to start to see something hit your unit areas pretty soon. This really cool poster, the Black Horse Vision, and it talks about the 3 big ideas. You're also going to see this really cool card here. Looks like a playing card. It has our motto on one side, Death Rides a Black Horse. And on the other side, it has the regimental vision. Right? Every trooper is going to get one of these. And just for a couple of minutes, I want to talk about the 3 ideas and try to connect them together. We are a formidable professional team of teams. Formidable. We are experts at our craft. And then we say we're going to be masters in combined arms maneuver. I'll come back to that. But first, let's talk about these 2 other big ideas that are underneath being formidable. First of all is we say we are disciplined members of a profession of arms. We do what's right, we live the Army values, and we enforce standards. Let's talk about each one of them. We do what's right. What's the standard for that? It's not complicated. Do you do what's right when no one is looking? What would your mom or dad say about what it was that you were doing? That's a pretty good litmus test to just doing the right thing. Sometimes the right thing's hard. Often the right thing is harder than doing the easy thing. We live the Army values. All right, we know the acronym: leadership, loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. And then enforcing Army standards. If you want to know how to do a certain maintenance procedure or you want to know how to do something, there's a standard for it. You just got to ask. It's in a regulation, it's in a book. There is an Army standard for everything, and that's all I'm asking us to do. Good units do routine things routinely. That really is the crux of it. Is not just maneuver and inside the box on what we do, but we have to be good at just being an Army unit. How it is we do administrative stuff, how we do logistics, how we train, how we fight, how we maintain ourselves. So that is being a professional. Now let's talk about teamwork. I say we are good teammates to each other. At the individual level, we treat each other with dignity and respect. All right? It also means at the unit level, whether you're a squad within a platoon or platoons within a company, troop, or battery, we're good teammates to each other. Because if we're good teammates to each other and we help each other be successful, then we, the larger team, is going to be stronger for it. Now, before I get into formidability, I want to back up, all right? And I want to talk to you about an idea that's not on here, but being disciplined members of a profession of arms, being good teammates to each other. There's a word in there in our doctrine, and it is what binds us together as professionals, and it is this idea of trust. And in our line of work, to your left and right, your teammate is in your hands. If you're in a battle position fighting and you have a sector of fire over here, you depend on your buddy to do what they're supposed to do so that you can do what you're supposed to do. There is a level of trust that exists within our ranks like nowhere else in the world, like no other profession. We trust each other with our lives. We have to be effective on the battlefield. Whether you're talking about the battlefield or whether you're talking about off-duty, the idea of trust remains the same. The basics of dignity and respect. That's something that doesn't exist in every profession, but in our profession it does. And this idea of trust and treating each other with dignity and respect is very important, and it's very sacred. And it is a foundational idea if we're going to get better at anything else. I spent a lot of time when we're in formation, and in the last couple of quarters, I've spent a lot of time talking about these 2 ideas. And the reason I've spent a lot of time is I think they're foundational. It's like the foundation of a house. You know, if you think about bricks in a house, these ideas they're foundational. We gotta get them right. Otherwise, we have a weak house. If we're good at that, then I think we can start moving to higher levels of performance. So let's move into the area of formidability, being experts at our craft, because it takes everybody on the team to make the whole team perform like it should. And here in the regiment we say we are going to be masters at combined arms maneuver. Specifically, and you'll see this in the third quarter training guidance, I want to get after movement to contact, because I think that is a core mission set. That if we can master that, we will be delivering on mastery in combined arms maneuver. Okay, so we've talked about foundational ideas, we've talked about this key idea of trust, and that all of this is foundational to getting us to mastery in something. I've talked about teamwork, but I've only talked about it on one level because it gets to the fundamentals. Let me finish off that idea of teamwork, because you also hear me talk about two other levels. Teamwork. We are good teammates on 3 levels. To each other, which I've explained, to our partners, which I call level 2, and the United States Army. Our partners are our FICA teammates. Specifically, Ops Group and the Black Horse. 2 teams come together as one. All right? They are good teammates with each other, because if we can operate together with the interest of the unit in mind, at the end of the day, we're good teammates for the Army. All right? And the effect is a better trained unit. The third level of teamwork is level 3, being a good teammate to the Army. Let's go into detail. When I say the Army, what I really mean is brigade combat teams. How are we good teammates to brigade combat teams? Number 1, transparency. How it is we do business. We talk at LTP and we lay it all out on the table for brigade commanders, their subordinate commanders and staffs. We communicate Black Horse perspectives. We do that in the LTP, but we also do that to the larger community, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then being a good teammate to that brigade combat team means delivering a tough fight on the battlefield. Doing the very best that we can do when it comes to their time inside the box. Delivering a good fight. And then there's the larger community. For example, in the Cavalry and Armor Journal coming out this quarter, you're going to see what is called the Black Horse Perspectives column, where our commanders and staffs write articles about our perspectives. Now notice that I said perspectives, and I didn't say lessons learned or observation. That's important, because lessons learned, observations, these ideas right here, those are all the purview of Operations Group. But we are the Army's enemy, and we do it every single month. So you have perspectives within the units that you see because you operate every month. I believe that those perspectives are valuable to the Army, so that commanders outside the Army, if they read about your perspectives, they can take those ideas, the rest of the environment that influences their training, they can take what the official observations and lessons learned are, and together, the Black Horse, your regiment, is helping the Army get better faster. That finishes up level 3. Alright, so in summary, we are a formidable professional team of teams. I hope this was useful to you. You know, when you hear it from your commander, when you hear me talk about it in formation, my hope is that as an organization, we start to really embrace this as individuals and as units. Because until we do that, we will never really achieve the vision of being a formidable professional team of teams. I appreciate your time and watching this video. I hope it was useful. Thanks. Death rides a Black Horse. Hooah.